I just made a video about this cheap Ebay TPU tube and how my wobble worries were gone and maybe it was all in my head. And now I'm back for the follow-up. The wobble is back. It wasn't in my head. Or at least I think so, because I've not tried it in the ground, you know. So it does look like it though, doesn't it? This is about 20 psi. And it's exactly at that bit where I've been talking about, where they sort of seal it up. You know, there doesn't seem to be any, it's as if this tube doesn't have any, they don't seal it up anywhere apart from this. So this one looks a bit tougher than my old one, but I'm wondering if after time it sort of disappears. Because it feels in my old tube, which I punctured with a thorn, went right through this tyre. It feels as if it went away. So maybe it'll go away here, you know, maybe it conditions itself after a while. But when you first use it, it's really weird because the better the road is, you know, like Loch Lomond and the north part of the road where they've just retarred it, you'd think it'd be perfect. That's the more noticeable it is. So I don't know if it is this, but I'm guessing it is, isn't it? Apart from that, I still like these tubes, everything about them. What I would say is now there's another cheap brand called ZTTO that are around about the same price as Race Formula. And I think they've put a bit more thought into, say, the valve. And maybe it's not got this bit, I don't know actually, but it looks better. It looks better quality to me in the eBay stuff, you know, because it gives more information in that. But I still think this is great though. This is still better than a cheap butyl or maybe even more expensive one. I mean, to me, they've got all the benefits of tubeless, except you don't need to use sealant and all that stuff. It's not got any of the tubeless downsides, but I'm going to talk about that later as well. Because Hutchinson have brought out a sealant-free tubeless tyre. The Challenger, is it DLR? Something like that. One thing about this is probably appropriate for my bike, this size of valve. I think it's 45. But I think in the future I'll get 65 because when you're outside and you've got a puncture in that, it's really fiddly, you know, it goes away in here. So I think I'll get a 65 later. 85's far too long. These are meant for aero wheels, I guess, so it go away down here or something, you know. Yeah, I don't think the valves are very good in this, so I'm hoping the ZTTO ones are better. And the ZTTO ones are metal all the way down, which I think is probably better, although it probably adds a bit of weight, but yeah. Yeah, these ones you just touch and you lose air, you know, even when I'm trying to put it back on. Also, I find it fiddly with my thing. It feels as if it doesn't go on totally, but it could be. It could be to do with me rather than it. It doesn't feel as if, yeah, see like that. I got my electric pump to work because that uses an adapter that screws on, but these type, I seem to have it could be me, you know, and I can still pump it up. So I'm going to go way past 20 this time, 20 psi, to see what happens to the wobble. I'm up at 30. It's wobble. I'm going to call it a bobble from now on, because it's more of a bobble. It's like a bump like that. It doesn't go side to side or anything, just maybe that will help my algorithm. I'm up at 40. Yeah, it seems to be going actually, disappearing. But then this bit was a bit lumpier. That happens in butyls as well. Well, it does to me anyway. The butyl used to get a bit lumpy here, but this is TPU. I think it's going to even itself out after time because it seemed to with the last one. Here's what it looks like after it's been used a while. This one's alright, there's nothing wrong with it. I just took it off because of the size of the valve. But yeah, I mean, it looks as if it's sort of not in good condition, but it's alright. Everything about it. I really like them, I'm a big TPU fan. The one in there is like 28 grams, maybe with this being a bigger valve, it's probably, I don't know, 32, 33 grams or something. So I was looking at eBay, forget that bit there. ZTTO is the place to be now. They're about £7. I've seen them cheaper than that, so depends what size you're getting as well. They've got about 14 different sizes. I'd probably go for the 23 to 43, which is a massive range, you know. They've got a 23 to 28 as well. We're talking about width here, width of your tyre. But, and that's maybe 4 or 5 grams, so that's a bit heavier than this one, which is about 28. Maybe it's to do with the valve, because it's all metal. But I'm going to order a couple anyway, just to see, you know. I think they might be a slightly better quality, but there's nothing wrong with this quality really at the price, you know. Maybe if I spent 50 quid or something, you know, because like the top of the TPU market is called Tubulito brand, and then the one that people seem to like, sort of mid-range, is Ride Now. Although Ride Now is really about £12 or something, so there's lower mid-range really. I think Tubulito's about £28 or something for one. So, but these have been fine, you know. And like I say, I was going on about that bobble there. It looks as if it's gone, really. Although it must be still there. And this is the brand I'm using, Race Formula. It's a big investment in that, guys, you know.